Good morning, everybody. I did this recently. I've actually been thinking to myself quite a bit that pretty much nobody knows me, and I'm okay with that. I've been pretty in the background for a long time, and I think it's about time that I don't remain in the background. I'm not cool with being a wallflower. I am cool with actually putting myself out there. This is very non-Gen X of me, but I thought it was important to my viewing audience, if I can speak, which I try, for you guys to actually get to know me. You have no idea who I am. You have no idea where I'm from or what I'm about. So with that in mind, I thought I'd give you a little something as to who I am, what I'm about. So, let me get out of the way of the shot here. Let's do some talking about a game. So, this is Legend of Zelda. As you can see with Legend of Zelda, if it would work, I have played it before. And I like going through things reminiscently, and I think that this thing's going to cause me some problems, so sorry, just a second. I don't know what's going on with my HDMI cord, but it is not behaving well. There, that might work a little bit better. Sorry about that. Anyway, I decided to give you guys a bit of a background about the old dog gamer. So, if you give me another moment, I'm not exactly sure what's going on with my darn TV this morning. Great, because I'm tired of this flashing in and out. Sorry, I'm working on that, sorry. So, like I said, I've been thinking. I love putting music on when I'm playing a video game. This specific music is by my partner who helped me start this channel. This is the Young Buck, aka Anthony Hermosa, aka the Young Bannon. Really starting to hurt me. Just a second. Just a second. Let's see if it happens here. It's not happening here, so it must be the emulation. I'm going to go ahead and turn on something else for a second. I really do want to talk about this game because it's awesome. But for now, let's try the Super Nintendo again. Sorry about all this, guys. Try to have this all set up and ready to go for us to be able to see pretty clearly. So, when I was 5 years old, and I'm 45 now, I was actually introduced to a wonderful family. We lived with this family in a duplex in Bellevue, Nebraska, and they were an amazing family and still very much are. This specific episode is dedicated a little bit to the Tallies. So, since we lived in the duplex with one another, the basement was considered our playroom. And in our playroom, we said, well, we gotta do what we gotta do. They're kids, let's get along. And I didn't see the fact that they are African American. I didn't see the fact that they are also Polynesian. I didn't see any of those things. So while I'm playing with these kids, really got to know them, lived with them for a little while. We eventually got ourselves into a house and had to move and change school districts, all that stuff. And during my life, they were still very much a part of it. They decided, hey, you know what, maybe this kid's got a little something he can use, a little help. I'm talking about myself here. These are the Tallies talking about me and seeing my huge interest in video games, and to the point where they actually purchased our very first Nintendo Entertainment System. Now, several years later, I would receive a Super Nintendo with all the fun pieces and parts as a Christmas gift, and it was amazing. So I want to share that with you guys today. One of the very first games that I was given on the Super Nintendo system was Zelda, Link to the Past. So let's actually get this thing started here. Oh. There we go. As you can see, I've already got myself here. I set up my old dog gamer earlier. No fuzzing in and out now, so let's go into it. It's gonna start me at the beginning again, unfortunately, because I had to mess around with the game. So I'm just gonna try to blaze through this as much as I can, and maybe you can still listen to some Anthony's music in the meantime here. Now I could go through here and I could lift up these bushes. I can't lift up these stones because I don't have the right glove. I could earn some money, or I could just progress the story. I'm deciding to progress the story because I've played this probably 1,000,000 times by now. I love this part because I like to pretend I'm the hero. You saw my shirt. Super Dad. And Zelda is our hero. But at this moment, we're going to call him Alice. And we're going to let Alice go down the rabbit hole. I love this game. So I'm going to go meet up with my uncle here, and he's going to give me his sword and shield because he's a bitch-ass, punk-ass bitch. Because he couldn't do the things I'm about to do. But sometimes you gotta do that. Sometimes you gotta take over for your elders, and you gotta show them, hey, I can do this. Good. So, as we walk our paths, sometimes we know which direction we have to go. Sometimes it's laid out for us. Other times, it's not as clear as it could be. I honestly never thought I'd be doing this, as my side gig, playing video games. But it is fun. And it took a minute to figure out how to do all this. But it's not hard. And that's sometimes how it works out in life, you know? Sometimes you have to figure out, sometimes you don't have a choice. Sometimes the world is tough and you don't have your path laid out in front of you, and you have to make decisions that might lead to a fall, or you're able to escape fairly unscathed with a couple things. Alright. Sometimes things can be a little scary. You might feel a little torn on where to go in life. And you have to do what you have to do. But every now and again you get knocked down. But you have the chance, especially in life and in a game, to just keep going. Sometimes you do want it to just make it stop, but you have to deal with what you have to deal with. You might see my little guy come across the screen. My little kitty boy. Our most recent entry in the Senior Citizen Club. Hi, buddy. Yeah, I hear you, buddy. I hear you. Yep, I see you. I feel you. I am busy trying to work here, buddy. Hey. Hi. Hello. Yes. Sorry, that's my cat. He definitely wants some attention right now. He's needing Papa's attention because I am super dad, aren't I? Yes. Alright, let's keep going with the story here. Every now and again, it's okay in life to do what you feel like you have to do, even if that means you're going bananas. So, sometimes you gotta take a hit to give a hit. Offer that, all that just for a boomerang. Sometimes you have goals in life, and sometimes you have to do what you have to do to reach those goals. But when I was a much younger kid, my goals were made for me. Like, I'm sure it's like that with every single one of you that are out there, whether you're a kid now or you used to be a kid, which I think is highly likely. How much control did you really have as a child? And if they gave you a lot of control, and when I say they, I mean your parents, I know with my child, she had autonomy. We try to make her an independent thinker and make sure that some of my lessons, such as trying as hard as I can not to be my worst self, was important to me with her. I taught her what it was like to actually work with human beings and not designate them by their color of their skin, but the content of their character, and that's super important. And during this point in time, I'm gonna do what I can to save my breath, but honestly, I don't have a script here in front of me. I'm just playing the game and talking to you in a real fashion. And all I really want to do is continue to make this through, maybe deliver the princess to the she has an ultimate area that she has to go to. You're gonna start with me, bro. I like how I did that. Sometimes you gotta take people out. Sometimes you just gotta sneak past them in order to accomplish your goals. Or sometimes we have to backtrack. Sometimes we have to go back the way that we came. And while that sounds a lot easier than what it is, it's not easy. So, and I don't expect it to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy, even though I've played this game a million times before. It's supposed to have some challenges. And hopefully I could just take my cargo and deliver it safely to where it's supposed to go. And just know, hopefully I have a map on how to get there. Sometimes it does take teamwork in order to get where you need to get. And sometimes you do need to just keep working with somebody. And every now and again you do have to work in the dark, and there are some things that are not so fun to deal with while you're in the dark. I'm sure you guys saw that mouse. Keep going down. Anyway, I don't like this part because the stinks always tend to mess me up. Like that. Cool. I like the way that worked out. And sometimes you gotta fight for your life, you know. Sometimes you got to not be afraid to do what you gotta do. It's crazy how much video games can show you the path to light there through life. You can make a plan and hope that it works out. And sometimes you take some hits because of that shit. Or maybe you do, maybe you don't remember everything. And you do the best with the information you have, for sure. Now I could take my time, go through all this, do it the right way, or I could just try to find the exit and leave. And I've had that choice lately. I've had the choice of saying, okay, well, maybe I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Maybe I am trying to find the easy way out. Maybe I'm just struggling to look for a simple key that opens the door, and I have to kill a mouse in order to get the key or something, you know. And You do what you have to do with life when you have to do it, right? Gotta learn these guys' patterns because I ain't losing my life to a stinking rat. Alright. We're almost there, guys. Sometimes some people are so slippery, you just gotta let them go. Let them live their life. Or yes, I know how to do the switch. There's a trick to everything, isn't there, guys? And I'm sure there's a trick to what I'm doing right now. And I'm glad I don't have the sound on to the game because it'd be annoying AF. I like the music, don't get me wrong, but that where my hearts are at right now, you would just hear it. You just hear the heartbeat, beat, 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 beat. And sometimes in life, as it is in the game, it's important to know that you're running low on energy. It's important to know that you need to do what you gotta do in order to make it to the next step. And for me, as soon as I can control over my guy again, my hearts will get filled, and I like that. Now, I'm saving and quitting right now for a reason, because I want you guys to join me on this path. I want you to be here with me. I have a lot more game to play. I'm gonna post this everywhere that I can post it. More than likely it's going to be through YouTube with our channel, Young Buck and Old Dog. And I'm asking old dogs like myself, 45 years, right around there, give it a decade, plus or minus. Come on in, challenge me to a game. Let's play together. And then the Young Buck, AKA Young Bannon, AKA Anthony Hermosa. You heard me play his music. He's doing his music thing right now, and I want him to do his music thing right now. I support him with what he does. He's an amazing young individual who I want to help any way, shape, or form I can. But this is still important to me to do the gaming thing. So get on board with me. Have some fun. Give me some challenges. Still like, subscribe, comment, everything you can to interact with me. That's what I want in life and in games. So let's see what we can do. Till next time, guys. Thanks.